Squid Game Season 2 is finally here, and with its release I definitely prefer the first season more, but the second one is also great. But while watching the games I had noticed that the games seem rigged. And what I mean by that is they all seem to be in the main character's favor. And I know this is just plot armor, and many shows do it, but even with nameless background characters, they still rig it in their favor. For example, in Season 1, in red light green light this player obviously moves, but isn't eliminated.
병신 걸렸네.
And I know he just flinched a little and I shouldn't be so harsh on him, but how come in Season 2 some girl's hands are shaking and she gets eliminated? Also in Season 2 a couple people get knocked over by someone falling onto them and die, but resume back to Season 1 some dude running falls onto Ji-hun and Ji-hun makes it out safe and sound. And if they're playing for their lives with such a high reward, I think the front man should be way stricter. And some of the rig stuff happens outside the games, like when player 149 snuck in a knife and player 230 snuck in drugs. These players have a clear advantage over everyone else, and if they use their items properly, they could wipe out tons of players. And considering this, there was an entire episode in Season 1 dedicated to fairness and no players having advantages. And in that episode the frontman kills a player for cheating, so under those terms and conditions, both players should have been eliminated already. And if we go to Season 1, we could see that the probability for Glass Bridge was nearly impossible. I mean, only if you were one of the last ones to go, you'd most likely win, but if you pick to go first, it's just bad luck at that point. Also, I'm not sure if this is considered cheating or not, but the frontman turning off the lights so they don't cheat is kind of a hypocritical move if you think about it. What I mean by that is other players can't cheat, but the frontman can. And obviously the frontman cheated in Season 2 when he doubled as a player. First off, in red light green light, he didn't even bother to participate. Secondly, in the pentathlon the guards could have just killed all the other players instead of the frontman. Finally, in Mingle, the guards would simply leave the frontman alone and not shoot him. The only time the frontman is in any real danger is during the rebellion and during the night fight, which are the two least deadliest events that happen in Season 2. And I find it pointless that the frontman comes into the game because he doesn't get much out of it except toying with Ji-hun. Speaking of lead people coming into the game, player 1 from Season 1 was also helping the main characters as well. For example, in Tug of War, he told them a strategy to give them the upper hand that he knew would work. And even if he failed Tug of War, there was a theory that he could have just slipped out of the handcuffs that were keeping him tied to the rope and he'd be safe. Also, if that wasn't the case, the guards could have easily drawn the number of the old man's team last and kill everyone else. Also, in Season 1 in the honeycomb game, one player just randomly gets a lighter. Now, to be fair, if my life was on the line I'd definitely use a lighter too, but I'm surprised a guard didn't catch on because she wasn't slick with that at all. And plus, if you look at the scene, there is a guard right there. I just don't know how she got away with that. Also, I feel there should be some restrictions when player 101 and his gang cut the line for food. I know it was to start the night fight, but still it isn't fair that some players have more stamina than others. Besides the games being rigged, the guards are just stupid in general. Like you have cameras everywhere and still have a rebellion going on where tons of them died. And you could have saw them talking about the rebellion and take extra precautions and my boy Yinbei wouldn't have to die. But anyways, I'm going to end the video here. Absolutely no disrespect to the directors at all, I love Squid Game and I am pointing out the plot armor. I hope you guys have a wonderful week and comment if I should do more videos non-Roblox related. Goodbye unnamed fanbase.